fighting Raymond Daniels, so that's a pretty big name in the kickboxing world. Not so much the MMA world, but people know who he is, and I'm excited to go out there and show my stuff. As a kickboxer, he's a badass. I don't know what his actual record is, but he's been doing kickboxing, karate for a long time, multiple-time champion. He got a pretty gnarly knockout of the year candidate last year with like a 720 punch or something. So as a kickboxer, yeah, he's a stud, man. As a MMA fighter, I don't know. I'm looking forward to finding out. I think he won in MMA. His first fight was like 11 years ago or something. So I can't really. It's kind of a toss-away fight to me. I don't care what he did 11 years ago. And then this last fight, it looked like his kickboxing fight, but just happened to have little gloves on. So again, I don't really know anything about him as an MMA fighter. I'm looking forward to finding out. I definitely like my odds. I'm not scared of his striking. People keep asking me, like, aren't you scared of doing all this stuff? Like, no. He's a karate guy who's very good at what he does, but it's not anything I've never seen before. No offense to his last opponent, but I'm pretty sure his opponent never had an amateur or pro MMA fight that I could find. And he did a full 720 in the air. The other guy just stared at it and watched him hit two full rotations there. You stared at him, and it got punched. So, no disrespect to his last opponent, but I think I'm definitely well-rounded, and a better striker than his last opponent. So, I'm looking forward to getting in there and doing the thing. He is an absolute badass. He's a stud fighter. Not saying that he's not, but ultimately, all the pressure's on him to win. He's the famous one. I'm not. So I'm just looking forward to going out there and just doing what I enjoy doing. If I had a New Year's resolution, not that this is something you can necessarily control, it was to put in the amount of work necessary to get a call up to a bigger promotion. So that was the goal. We set it. We put a plan in place. It was supposed to happen. We were going to start on January 10th. I was supposed to fight for a local regional show, and we were supposed to fight every single month after that. And about 2 weeks before I was supposed to fight, my coach said, "Hey, you got the call, and we're going to Bellator, and it's Raymond Daniels. Let's do it." But the other side of that is my wife, Emily, who's also fighting. She's also fighting on that card. So she had already had a fight lined up for that card. So we both hit our New Year's resolution. We thought it was going to take a little longer, but 25 days into the year, not too bad. When I was 4 years old, my mom asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I said I wanted to be a Power Ranger. Specifically, I wanted to be the Red Ranger. So she put me in martial arts the next day, and it kind of stuck. I did 20 years of Taekwondo specifically, and then my buddy, we went to like a local like amateur fight night. And I looked at these guys and I was like, man, I could beat these guys. Like, let's do this. And then I walked into my first fight with almost zero jiu-jitsu. That didn't go so well for me. So I was doing fine until I got to the ground. I didn't know what was going on. So I've been hooked ever since. Like I said, my first fight was in 2009, I think, amateur. So, I took 1 or 2 fights a year for a couple of years. Never really thought about going pro until I came, until the opportunity to come to Knoxville Martial Arts Academy. Then it became, okay, let's push this as far as I can push it while my body's healthy, while I have the time and the energy. Let's do it. So, been a long game ever since I was 4 years old, but here we are coming into Bellator. My dad was in the military, so I've lived all over the place. My mother is South Korean. My dad is American. I was born in Texas, and then I grew up all over the world and went back to Korea for a little while. Settled down in Tennessee like 2004, and then I moved to Knoxville in about 2013 to train with Knoxville Martial Arts Academy. So, it's been a ride. I would say that Tennessee is my home state now for sure. So I went to a cross training event, and this dude that was there, he introduced himself to me as the Caucasian Sensation. So I didn't know what to say to that. So I just kind of riffed back at him. I was like, I guess that makes me the Asian Persuasion. And my coach at the time started laughing. He's like, hey, I like it. Let's do it. And, believe it or not, in East Tennessee, there's not a lot of 6'3" Asian guys. So, not many people know me by my name, by Jason. But there's a lot of people in the area that know who the Asian Persuasion is. So it's kind of stuck as a brand. I've had it for a long time now. And, it took some getting used to at first, but yeah, now it's just kind of part of. It's like, I don't know, if you have like a stage name or like a stage persona, I guess the Asian Persuasion is that for me now.